And we're live.
And we're live.
We are live. Here we are.
Well,
Here we are.
welcome everyone. Knife making
If
down on the
indeed
podcast.
If indeed there is anyone, I am not exactly sure. Just bear with me, live viewers, of which people haven't yet logged in. So I wouldn't get too excited.
Ooh,
We've got 4 now. We've got 4.
time to settle the nerves.
Yeah, g'day, Sean. How are you, buddy? Some guy. Facebook guys, if you're in a group watching, you've got to go to the top link in the description at the top, and then we'll know who the fuck you are. You've got to click on that link.
Otherwise,
Sean Gibson, how are you, Sean? Good to hear from you, mate. Good to see you there. And Riley's in as well. Happy days.
Happy days.
Happy days. I hope you've all got something to drink. And we're only going to be here for a few minutes. Hopefully, we'll have a test unless it gets out of hand.
Corin, why is Riley's question the only one that's on the screen for us at the moment?
Oh, because I have to press a button probably, and I don't know which one to press. I am a banana. There we go. Facebook user. There's another one for you.
Got
it's on the side.
Messages.
Should be on the side there, Kev. It should have a thing that says comments.
Oh,
yeah, I can see that. Live
No,
comments. But the one, okay, it's coming up now. Righto.
Well, I'll put any of them up that we want to talk about. Good.
Oh, righto.
Josh Byron. G'day, Josh. How are you, mate? Joe
Hey,
Riley.
look at that.
Oh, we're up to 35. Fuck me. That's a good enough start. Give us an intro,
yeah.
Kev.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the live feed test for the Knife Making Down Under podcast. Listeners to the podcast and people on the Facebook page will probably know that we are pretty shit, really, at technology. We're very unprofessional, but we're trying to take it up a level. Yeah, Three Faces better suited to radio. Only our mothers could love them. That's it. But we had some technical issues on the Brookdale Forge that worked. We had some technical issues on the last podcast. We actually did a full podcast and we came out with nothing. It was probably, listen, fellas, you probably agree with me, without a doubt, the best podcast that we've recorded.
It's fucking
The information that we put on, the information that we put out on that podcast was just unbelievable. And we said at the beginning of that podcast recording, we're only going to say this once. This information we give out is never going to be repeated. Mert gave out his tips for 52-100 Hamons.
Yeah.
It was amazing. The information that Mert gave away freely was crazy, but we had a signed statement saying that we were never to repeat that ever again.
And also, we had some pretty good gags all relating to dicks, poo, and masturbation.
Yep.
And all of those, they went well too, but gone. Sorry.
You're picking on Henning.
We had Henning join us again. Henning Wilkinson. He had his cousin there, who thanked me for taking the piss out of. That's Henning there.
You don't even need to know he fucking hasn't clicked on the link. Yeah, prick.
Tell him to click on the link. Tell him how to do this, Corin.
Yeah, fucking.
Tell him how to do it.
Right, you go up to the description in the group. If you're in a group, go up to the description and click on it. Otherwise, go to our page. It's just that you need to give permission for the app to use your name and picture in a private group, and it'll share to the private group just fine, because like there's fucking 50 of you now watching it. But there we go. So yeah, last week's episode was fucking shit hot. It was great. We fucked up. Well, we didn't fuck up. We had a technological glitch. Couldn't have happened to Talisker, Nick Stent. Fuck, I'm getting sidetracked by these comments, fellas. I'm not drinking Talisker. What do you got? I got Brookladder. The classic ladder.
That's what we had last week, and we missed out. Anyway,
half a glass. That's all that's left.
Just a small glass of red wine at the moment. Had to settle the nerves a little bit.
So come on, guys. Tell us in the comments. I hope you're sitting back with something. What do you got? You got something to drink? All right. We're just planning to do this as a bit of a test to see if we can actually have the technical competency to run a live stream. So give us some feedback in the comments. Tell us if you enjoy it, what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear. I will do my best to throw the comments up on the screen. However, I really, I'm learning, right?
The other thing which we want to get feedback on, G'day, Dan. The other thing we want to get feedback on is the sound quality. Because a lot of the times that's been the one thing that's told people. People have told us, your sound quality is shit. We're working on it. This is one of the steps forward that we're doing is live feed our podcast, and then we're going to take this recording and we're going to post that up onto the podcast formats.
There you go.
There we go.
It's just the
Jesus.
press of a button. Mike, well spotted. You just have to bring it to my attention, and I click a button, and I'm not there no more. Fucking
I'm
grouse.
just going to sneak
My,
back into
my,
the
my head is
background
so fucking shiny. I can't. My head is so shiny. I can't look away now.
Yes. You've been on the buffer.
Tim Kingsford, we're on it, mate. We're on it. Look at that.
What did he say?
He just said, "Can we get the size of everyone's pictures?"
I just did that. He just
We just
asked.
did.
He's just shit stirring.
Tim,
So the
you need to
sound's
take
good.
that. If you're wearing a mask while you listen to this, can you please just log off now?
Is he? Oh, he's got his mask on.
His profile picture.
You should. All right, happy days, guys. So, anyone have any questions for us? And we'll just give that a go. Just ordered a 72-inch noob grinder. Fucking grouse. Thank you very much for your support. We'll do our
Hey,
best to
g'day,
get it out
Carlos.
as soon as
Carlos.
we
How you
can.
going, mate?
Facebook user. See, it just comes through as that, right? If you don't click on the link, if you're on a group and you want to comment, it's just going to come back as Facebook user. We don't know who you are. So you need to go and click on the link and approve it. However, this guy did looking good, gents. That's Benny
Ben
Boy.
Duncan.
Benny Boy, you're coming up as shirt of the day. I don't have one of your shirts, Benny Boy, but I've got a Horde Ram shirt that you made that's coming up. Did I put up a shirt of the day today?
Don't
I
know.
don't
Stop
even
looking.
know.
Don't know.
I don't even know.
Kev, has
So
he posted your shirt?
what's everyone drinking? What's your labels? Andrew Smith is the man to be respected. I just put him up. There we go. Andrew wants to know what you two are drinking. I've already covered mine. It's
I'm just having a small glass of red Shiraz.
yeah, box wine.
No, I don't know. Actually, no. You know what? It's only red. It's actually a, what is it? 19 Crimes, which is classed as a red wine. It's not even distinguished between Cab, Sav, Merlot, all that other shit. It's just red wine. Matt Buller drinking Dead Man Fingers rum, a real man's drink.
And this guy here, he reckons you got poor lighting, Kev, for a live feed.
Well, I just turn it on, and Sam says, "Better with the light on, Kev." I'm trying to get the.
I reckon you'd look better with the light off, mate, than fucking
Well,
something over your head. But that's just me.
I was just gonna fucking. Here you go. Right.
Patrick's having a great Northern with us. There you go, Patrick. Just got his shop, mate, building a gas forge. Good as gold, brother.
Yes.
Here we go. Here's can it be adjusted
This
so
is-
it's Kev, Corin, and Mert on the screen? No sun, a touch of sun, Turkish tan. Look, that was from a minute ago, and I just thought we'd done that. So, are you not seeing the three of us on the screen? I can't answer that question because I can see that.
I think what he's referring to is the levels of paleness of us all.
He's on my team. Look at that.
Goichi forging still better with the lights off. I agree. Good on you, mate.
All right. So,
this live feed stuff could get interesting when we loosen up a little bit. I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
That's looking pretty relaxed. You're looking the most relaxed out of all of us, mate.
I don't even know how that is because it's normally Mert's comments I have to remove.
Fuck you.
20 minutes of Mert gets edited out. Is that a tiny glass there, Mert, or have you got humongous hands?
I got humongous feet and I got humongous hands.
Yeah, and a little tiny wiener to match.
Fuck
Okay.
you, Kev.
Tim says he's not seeing half these comments. Tim, we're going live in 4 places. One of the places is Australian Blacksmiths and Knife Makers group on Facebook, which has a lot of members. The group I started back in 2015. 14 even. We're going live on Knife Making Down Under, which is the group for the podcast. We're going live on the Knife Making Down Under page. We're going live on my YouTube channel. So the comments most likely are pulling from all of the various forums. I can't see any from Facebook. Doesn't surprise me much because most people subscribed to me to see a gas forge many years ago. Sausage man. Look at this shit.
Fuck.
Look at this.
Hey, let's go back. We were just talking earlier at the start of this for those that missed out. Last week when we recorded our pubcast, it was a fantastic pubcast. We had Henning on. We had Henning's cousin on. The three of us were giving out free information, likes we'll never repeat again. And who should join us for a little bit of a chit chat?
The sausage
Man.
And
what did the sausage man do? Sculled down. Yeah. Sausage man was cranking down that bottle of Kraken. And who woke up the next morning feeling just as tad fucking hungover?
Cracked.
Well, I did. I was wrecked. I fucking always wrecked. Fridays are just a fucking messy day now. But yeah, we had Jamie on. He didn't give us much fucking insight into anything really. I know what they say about a guy with big feet. It's hard to buy fucking good shoes.
I was going to say he's a dickhead. That's all.
Oi, I've got big feet, cunt. I mean, cabbage.
Oh, you didn't go there, did you?
Rob knows what goes on. If you heard the episode with not Craig but Jeff Fader from Knife Talk,
you
mean
knife making down under
up north?
Yeah,
knife
making down under America or America.
America.
Jeff is our US correspondent on the ground.
All right. So Raymond wants to know about Milwaukee Portabands. He's just bought one, and he wants to know if they're better than how we rank them for cutting knives out. And I just got to tell you, dude, that they're far better than a hacksaw, and you'll be happy with it.
Yep.
Fuck, if it's what you got, you're gonna love it.
I've got a little hair and Forbes bandsaw, and provided you've got a annealed steel, you have no worries at all. The only thing you're probably going to find is the battery power on those. The battery life isn't always the best, so you're not going to get a massive amount of time out of it. Most likely. You only got to cut one knife.
Corded?
Mine's corded, yeah.
Corded.
That is, but I'm saying if he's got one of the cordless ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at this dickhead, whoever this is. My shed's bigger than Corin's, and he can't even click on a fucking link so we can see his name.
Click on the link.
That? Skiting about your shed. God.
Yeah.
Sadness. Can't even click on a link. What do we got? I was going to click one up here. Good evening, bitches. No, there was another one from Jamie there. Boom. Look at that one. There we go.
Folks, you can see that. He could smell colours. All I could smell was bile rising in my belly, I'll tell you.
Yeah. I was drinking $5 port from fucking...
Was that the cricket wicket or something?
Drink a bottle of $5 port for you cunts that didn't even record.
Oh.
Sorry, I might have used a swear word there. I don't think that's going to go well for us. We should put a language warning at the front for all the kiddies that just signed on at 9 o'clock.
Well, kids should be in bed. People with sensitive ears should be in bed.
This guy got the jet on the bolt bike. I got a jet bandsaw as well, variable speed. They're mad. They're mad. Yeah. But, go with what you can afford. And I can't afford to bring in jet bandsaws ever again. So that's a bit of a sadness. But for those that got in it when we did it, that's all good. What's this? Might be a bigger shed, but there's no dye filer. That's it. That's fucking true.
Yeah,
I know who it is now. It's Anthony Kittle. It'll be Anthony Kittle.
Oh, it had the stink of Kittle about it.
It did, didn't it? Yeah.
But anyway, guys. The salty stink of Kittle.
Someone give us a couple of serious questions if you like. How long do you guys want to go for? Mert, you look a bit sour, salty as the word.
Oh, fuck. I just started, man.
What?
Yeah.
I just started.
I thought this was a 5-minute test, so I didn't get me glass of red wine. And then you guys were like, well, let's just see how it goes. So
I got a glass of whiskey.
Yeah, I got a fucking big glass of wine.
You sounded like as if we fucking planned something, Kev. You're like, oh, we're just going to do 5 minutes. Last two episodes, we came up and all of a sudden we had 4 or 5 guests total in the last 2 episodes. Come on.
On the fly. Fly. How good was that? Andrew, Jeff Fader on the last podcast. Man, what an accommodating fella he was. It was like 6:30 in the morning and Mert did a live feed on his Facebook or something. leading up to tell
Instagram.
people that we were doing our podcast, and he invited Jeff to do a guest appearance, and lo and behold, he was there.
It was a bit weird. It was so much so I called him Craig. Anyway, we got through that eventually. Anyway,
and if anyone could tell, we were on our best behaviour, because I reckon within 2 seconds of Jeff signing off, that's when we started dropping F-bombs and cabbages and the rest of it. Just a vent. I was like, fucking hell, man. Whew.
All right, here we go. So apart from Keith Beamish's anvils, dude,
Bruce
Beamish.
Unky Bruce.
But you can guarantee Unky Bruce isn't listening tonight, so happy days. Now, I'm totally, absolutely biased on this because I sell Bruce Beamish's anvils. But I also own a Waterside Metal Art anvil, which is a lovely forged anvil. I've got one of those. And I have seen Blair Walker's anvil. Blair Walker gave one away at a symposium a couple of years ago. Check those out. I don't know if I'd recommend them. I've never used one. Kev, you use a Chinese cast steel anvil similar to what Darwin's brought in a couple of times and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, I got that for my classes. I needed one on the fly and it came up at a good price. It does the job. I've just got a 50-kilo Blair Walker Cutler's anvil delivered not long ago, and I've got to set it up on a stand, and I'll probably be using that in a couple of weeks on the first course back post fucking relaxation of Corona scary lockdown shit. So, look, pretty much anything but fucking railroad track. And I know the railroad.
If you can't get anything else, use railway track. Who gives a fuck, right?
Use
a piece of steel, anything. Mate, they were making swords in Damascus that fought the Crusaders on stump anvils, little pieces of steel that got hammered into a stump. If they can do that, you can get away with anything.
So speaking of anvils, I got one of them Waterside anvils as well, and those are German pattern anvils apparently.
Made in Turkey.
Made in Turkey. While they there's a good relationship going between Turkey and Germany since the World War One or even earlier. Anyway,
is that what they call it now? Jerkany.
Just listen, cabbage. So those anvils are great, but I found the London pattern or because there's the face of the anvil is straight, the horn between the horn there's no transition, there's no step down. So I find it sometimes that's limiting to do certain things. So the Waterside anvil is good, but I'm debating about getting one of Bruce Beamish's anvils too.
Bruce, yeah, I think he's a flat too, but anyway, it's all good.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Just get one. I sell them. Let's talk. So so the anvils, that's pretty much where we're at. I have a BK and a really old one. I don't even know what brand it is, but it's 1874 or something. All right. Next Stent says, how would you rate our burners, Gameco burners, in a box style forge? I don't rate any burner in a box style forge pointing down on the job. Sorry, don't do it. It's just not for me.
No, so about the forge kit to make a vertical post box style forge.
Well, you can do that if you like, but I wouldn't do that. I would make a domed forge. Unless you can come up with a reason not to. Something where the burner is hitting one side of the forge so that you've got somewhere to put your blades out of the flame, particularly for heat treating. You see it on Forging Fire all the time. Those blades come out with a hot spot where they were sitting under the burner, and then you see people getting their blades doing this shit to keep them even. You shouldn't need to do that, or at least not as much, if your burner placement's good. So I wouldn't go that way. Lots of people do it. We supply stuff to do it because they're going to do it anyway. I wouldn't do it, but that's me. Farriers love it. Farriers love that shit. So for a farrier, top shit.
Yeah, but they don't heat treat stuff.
No, they don't. No, they don't. So that's just me. We want to see your urinal, Mert.
It's a little bit
be
over
careful.
to the...
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Yeah.
Look, Matt, we haven't actually seen it. We just get very good audio.
Kill
Matt,
man. Oh, no.
Matt Bueller has posted up a little thing there.
What do you want? This one?
Yeah. Mert, have a look at that.
We've been telling you that for fucking weeks, dude. Every week.
It's been more than a fucking year. That clock is shit. And
No. You just have to turn around and put a battery in it, dude.
I will.
You are being very well mannered tonight. I would have normally got an awesome response to that, and I got nothing. He's being so nice, Kev. What do we want next?
Makes a nice change.
If
you're coming up, go up to the top and press the permissions for the group to use your info in the live stream so you can see your name.
Very nice.
You've got Mert on the hook.
He's not going to be nice now. he's going to go for a piss.
How about you go for a piss and we'll cover this one, Mert?
We'll answer this one for you, Mert.
Look, honestly, stainless steels are fantastic. Getting the soak times that you need accurately can absolutely be done with a gas forge if you have a fair bit of experience. And for that reason, if you can do it, if you can hold the right temperature for the right amount of time evenly along the blade, if you can be sure you can do it, you can use any stainless you like. But you have to be sure you can do that, and that's not an easy thing. And particularly on longer blades. That's why Mert's shirking, because on a kitchen knife, you've really got no hope. You're going to get hot spots and you're going to get grain growth, and Mert's going to tell you all about it. Go, Mert.
No. As long as you do the song, I think I can do it. There's nothing to it. Don't do it. Just get
honestly, there's lots of people around with kilns. Gamaco offer a heat treating service. I don't even know what we charge. Please don't ask me. Just contact Cole. There are heat treating options around, lots of them, and I would just send them away and wait until you've got the finances for something that can control the temperature. Just my
$2 worth. Say that you managed to get in the temperature. Most of those stainless high carbon steels, they benefit greatly from cryo. Yes, freezer will do a little bit, but if you don't have the proper tools, why are you buying the stuff that you're not going to be able to get in the potential?
Correct. Unless you're willing to outsource those steps that you can't do yourself. That's right. I agree with you.
That's just my 2 cents.
Now I've got, oh my fucking God.
Timmy!
Tim Ford.
Timmy!
Is there a little bit of honey in that milk, Tim? And the thing is, I absolutely 100% believe that Tim is having a nice glass of warm milk right now.
After knife camp. I'm not going there. If you weren't there, you missed it. No. Timmy, great guy. Check out his YouTube channel. Go look for it, Tim Ford. He's a really good guy. He's worked for us now for Gamaco for, I don't know, 18 months or something. He's doing a great job, and he really tries his best. If you ever need any customer service at Gamaco, you just get right on Timmy.
He needs to update his Facebook profile picture. The picture that's on there is obviously when Tim was still 11 years old. It's time to update, mate. You're at least 16 now.
He looks like that, bro. He looks like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Craig almost wrote a song for him. He looks like that. He looks young.
Just Raymond, you need to pester Cole. Cole manages that business now, and he's just placing an order for kilns. He will need to order to get our price. We have to buy a lot of kilns, and he will be happy to do you a deal on a pre-order if you are willing to wait. That'll be the deal, and it'll take like 4 months. But yeah, if you're willing to wait, he'll be happy to do your deal, I'm sure. Here's a good one for you, because I'm not going to answer this one. Look at that.
That's one for Mert.
Semi, how much carbon is lost into mild steel through diffusion? So I did a session on semi during the blade symposium. I used the mild steel outside, the cladding, and I think I had a blue steel core. So the whole idea was, if you keep your welding temperatures, like if you keep the steel not too long in the in the forge, only like a couple heats in the welding temperatures, you're not going to lose much. But if it stays if you bring it to welding temperatures, you forge welding, and if you keep forging there for half an hour, yeah, you're going to lose some. And you can tell it by the etching. If you do the etching, the border where the cladding touches the core, you can see how much carbon is lost. Like the greater the area, that means you lost so much carbon. But if you work fast, if you bring it on the welding temperature, if you do your forge welding, and if you do your initial stretching at the welding temperatures, and you turn the forge down, you're not going to lose much. You're not going to lose anything noticeable. If that makes sense. If you keep it thin still in the welding temperatures for 20 minutes, you're going to definitely lose some. I hope that helps.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. We don't know how much. The question is how much. You can't measure it. I don't know. So the answer, that's my answer.
Go up one from that, Corin. Click one comment up from that.
G'day, fuckers.
G'day, Wade. Cheers, brother.
Yeah, Wade.
Cheers, Wade. How are you?
Wade's a strong supporter and advocate of our Thursday night podcast. Good on you, brother.
Guys, just reminding you, there's 66 people out there watching this test. And it is just a test, all right, guys? So we're just mucking around here. We're going to come up with something to do a bit more formal. At the moment, we're just running through some questions.
Sure.
Which was the one I was clicking on? If you're using a forge, putting a pipe in, even the heat out enough. Look, measure it. Put some thermocouples in and measure it. If you don't measure it, you don't know, and I can't tell you from here. So a couple of thermocouples, measure it. Is that fair enough?
Yeah, it will
It'll be better.
It'll stop the intensity of especially if you've got like a spot flame. It'll stop the intensity of that flame in the one spot on your heat, but you still need to check it with a thermocouple in the pipe and get your temperature set. But it will give you a slightly better atmosphere rather than having that burner smacking down straight onto one part of your steel.
Depending on the forge, because a lot of times the guys open one end of that pipe and the other end's up against the back wall of the forge. You get oxygen in there, and it'll actually decal.
It's oxygen free, mate.
Not
arguing with you, but I'm arguing with you.
Yes,
Tim is
still hungover from knife camp. Yes, that's stating the obvious. Can you get liquid nitrogen for home use? Yes. Move on. Just need to contact any supplier of liquid nitrogen.
You need a dewar, a vessel.
You need a vessel, but you can buy them. How confident are we that we'll be on? Well, dude, we're going to know by the 1st of July, and we'll make a decision. You know, we can't control this. Mass gatherings are likely still to be, but still, get your tape. Oh, fuck me. Get your tables reserved. Get your tables reserved because, if it does go ahead, it's going to be big. We're going to make sure of that. So, people have been locked up for a long time. A lot of people will come out for it. We're not asking for any money for reserving tables. Just need you to reserve them. Just contact Andrew Smith.
Put your name down. Register. I've done it.
Okay, well, this guy wants some help to solve an argument. Let's see if we can make it worse.
Okay. See, the problem with this live feed stuff is that we don't get to read the questions, talk shit about the answer, and then actually answer it. We've just got to read the question and fucking go for it.
I got one from Tim Ford in a second. He's just about to get shot down because he's clearly no idea. Keep going, Gunny Forge.
All right. Need you guys to help sort out an argument about the placement.
I'll do it. It's too many words, if you like.
Yeah. You're good at reading stories. Everyone will go to fucking sleep. Etch maker's mark is for its position where... No, listen. Etch maker's mark on a kitchen knife is going to do diddly shit about breeding bacteria. If you're using your knife and doing proper hygienic cleaning of your knife in between tasks, there's no fucking problem. Have a look at forged textured Japanese-style kitchen knives.
Yeah.
Full of dents and divots and all the rest of it. Anything with forged scale has all those little spots for stuff to sit and reside. If you put your knife down on the fucking bench top after cutting up warm chicken, raw chicken, and you come back to it 10 hours later or 4 hours later and start cutting pork chops up, you're fucked. Etched maker's marks do not make a difference with bacteria in your knife if you follow hygiene. Mert's worked around the world at several restaurants. Why don't we we talked about that at the Jeff
Mert doesn't wash his hands, let alone his knife.
Fuck you, Corey.
Mert, what's your thoughts on an etched maker's mark? Do you etch?
I'm going to get you to crack, mate. Now I know you're being on your best behaviour. You're going down. You're going to lose your shit.
No, I won't lose my shit. So, does it matter? No. If you're washing your knives, it doesn't matter. Etch surface is just a surface it might be deep, but let's say you etch your maker's mark deep, okay? Even that, if you're cleaning your knife, nothing matters. Using stainless steel knife, it might look clean, but it hasn't been. If it's dirty, it's not gonna matter. Just wash your fucking knives. As long as you wash your knives, etching mark, the forge texture, it's not gonna be a matter. Use your knives the way they're supposed to, but after you're done with using, cut it up. Just clean it up. When I used to work in the kitchens, I had apprentices. By looking at their fucking knives, you can tell what they've done during the shift. Oh, you cut a pizza here. There's a little bit of parsley. After parsley, you probably cut.
I'm watching the watch counter. It's gone from 56 to 54 in the time you've been talking. I think they've got the point. Let's keep going. Tim.
Yeah, pipe down, buddy.
There's only 18 here. He says, you cabbage. Well, first of all, that's a very nasty word to call your boss, young man. And second of all, we're on 4 platforms. We're on YouTube, we're on 2 groups, and we're on 1 page. So wherever you are, there's 18. Cabbage.
I'm surprised Tim is on here because it's not TikTok.
Oh, it's after your bedtime. Jeez.
It's not TikTok either. I think that's all that Tim knows, isn't it?
I don't know. Next one.
Oh,
just
moving right along.
All right, we'll call it, guys. I think we've proved our point. It works.
No,
pubs and clubs are opening. You want to keep going? All right, fine. We can keep going.
People are on. Why not? Fuck yeah.
I got nothing to do.
Let it fucking flow.
Nothing to do. The red's running.
Look at this. Look at this Facebook user. Choice. Jeez. I wouldn't say that on a live recording. Here we are.
Not my wife. I
Boy.
fucking wash my own knives.
Can't believe this.
I want that job done right.
Man, this is going to go up on YouTube for everyone to see on my channel.
You're going to get fucking cancelled so bad.
We're going to absolutely get cancelled. But you've been saying that since week 1.
You sexist pigs.
Next T-shirt, we need a picture of a I'm going to say it, Bowie knife. Booby knife. Booby knife.
A booby knife. So the podcast that we recorded last week that we lost, we had a little interesting conversation, and Henning was calling a Bowie knife. He was calling it a Bowie knife.
That was so funny.
And Mert called it a booby knife, and it was only the lost translation. He said Bowie, but both Corin and I heard Mert calling it a booby knife.
It could have been with Jeff Pater, actually, but anyway. Okay, we've got a special guest for tomorrow night. Thank you, everyone, for listening, right? 57 people now. There we go. We've brought it back up. Oh, who's counting? Tomorrow night, we've got a special guest. The question is, will that special guest choose to go live or should we record? That's the question. Let us know in the comments. Give us some comments, guys. Do we go live next week? Tomorrow. With a special guest. All out of alcohol. Going to have to go to the shops. Putting myself at risk for you.
Oi, shit. Aldi had their sale today for whiskey. Cheap.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I live in Picton, Tamor. No one will have sold me good stuff in Tamor. I'll hit up and get some.
They'll get the
Tim Ford says we should record all these faces. I don't know what that means. It's a smiley.
Look at the latest comment down the bottom.
Dean Hamilton reckons we should go live.
Live. Yep.
Go live.
It's a solid vote. Andy McLean's going for live. It's only Timmy going record, but
you know live. What? I think Tim needs to have a performance review done at work.
Yeah, go live but record it. Thanks for rubbing it in, Dan.
Don't start.
Tim, what you need to understand is that you represent Gamico at all hours of the day and night. And your silliness is not appreciated. You, sir, are under review.
If we go live, he is. Just to point this out, because the comments are a bit weird. Yes, if we go live, it'll actually get recorded. So it's I think anyway, I might not have pressed the right button. We'll know after tonight if I'm competent at driving this thing, which fairly sure probably not. Yeah, go live. Yeah, everyone's going live. Good on you. All right, so what's our joke of the day, guys? You got one?
Tim Ford.
Timmy.
Timmy.
Good on you, Tim. Great guy, really good guy. Go and check out his Facebook page and his not his Facebook, but his YouTube channel. Yeah, while you're in the mood for it. All right. Is there anything else we can do?
I like Lee's attitude, Lee Cantwell. Yeah, fuck it, go live. That's what we want to hear. That's the sort of fucking attitude.
Yeah, these
go
are the
live
comments.
And record it.
They're the comments for the win. Yeah, that's it.
From my understanding with this new process, Kyron can back us up, is that we will record live.
Sure.
It will record the audio, and then we'll put the audio up for later for people that don't want to watch our ugly mugs on live television, live PCs, the rest of it. I
can confirm that as long as our memory card is working, and the new one that I've bought, formatted and reinstalled, is working, that or in that case the recorder is working because it's a new memory card. Yeah, it'll be a happy place. So the longer we can sort of keep some audio going to test that, that's fair enough.
Facebook user that's writing, "Oi, read my shit." Click up on the fucking permission.
Click up on the link so you can see who you are, you knob.
Yeah, at the moment you're just a Facebook, you're an anonymous Facebook user.
Where does it say that? Go live.
Is it Anthony Kittle right again?
Where is it?
It's above Rob Fraser's. Below Tim Ford's and above Rob's.
Timmy Ford, there's Timmy Ford.
Oi, read my shit.
Poor Timmy.
Well, it's shit.
Next shirt. You legends. What steels would you recommend for pattern welding stainless kitchen knife? For pattern welded, what steels would you recommend for are you going to make it yourself, Neil? You're going to forge weld stainless steel? Or you want to buy a stainless steel Damascus?
Neil, if you want to make it yourself, I suggest you have a look at Matt McVicker and Jackson Rumble. Both those guys have tried making their own, and it's a very expensive, complicated process to get right.
I don't know where that comment is. Can't find it. It's too hard. There's so many freaking comments there now.
Don't worry about it.
There's heaps. Thanks for your support, guys. No, it means a lot to us. Even when we're just here mucking around, testing a new platform. But I reckon, we can use it for evil. If you come up with any great ideas during the week about how we can, maybe a segment or something we can do that'll make it a little bit nicer, we'll try our best, to curb the. We're not going to stop swearing.
We're not going to stop swearing. That's just a part of it.
Are we going to have sound effects? Are we going to do like intros and shit? No, that'll be too professional, man.
Maybe when our US correspondent comes on board.
Yeah. Knife making down under Team America. Fuck yeah.
Did Anthony Kittle click on the link so we can see who he is yet? No.
Apparently I need me goatee back because I look like I'm 12. 2 more years, Craig will be serenading.
Craig will be India. Yeah. Sorry, Craig. That was just a joke, mate. That was just a joke. Mate. Sorry, no defamation. Yeah. No defamation required, mate. We were just joking. Sorry, dude. You can write Kev a song anytime you like, though, because he is into that.
Oh, come on. There's a challenge. Write me a song, Craig. Come on. Just go for it. It could be private, and I'll keep it to myself if it contains dirty words. Did we just lose Corin?
I think we lost Corin.
Oh,
well.
Corin was like the leader of the pack. He's now gone. Neil, you want to make it? Yes. Making the stainless pattern welded steel. Need to talk to people above my pay scale, mate. I'm not ready to do that yet. For the investment, both in time and money. I personally, probably much like Mert, would rather buy a quality stainless sand my product from Damasteel or another vendor. But if you're up for it and you've got the gear to do it, research.
Also, what kind of gear does he have?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, but he's up there. He says he wants to make it, so you'll need to research the shit out of it, mate. To be honest with you, it's a big step up. You look at the failures involved in 1075, 15N20, that sort of low, high carbon 15N20 steel. Failure rate can be pretty high. Yeah, go for it.
So, Kev, one thing is, you have a 15 kilo power hammer. I have a 25, and both of our hammers move the steel. Okay. When I noticed, like when I was forging Damasteel, and I had only like a slightly thicker than an inch bar, round bar, I was giving everything my power hammer had. Like I had my foot to the ground. I was bashing that shit as hard as I could do. But stainless steel is very stiff when you're forging it. So you probably need like at least 40 kilo power hammer or bigger forging press. Yeah, at least 40 kilo.
Yeah.
It's not enough. It doesn't move the steel.
Yeah. So like I said, I've got a lot of shit in my workshop, but it's small because it's a small workshop and I do personal stuff and teaching of small classes. But yeah, 15 kilo power hammer is good for forging blades. Not much else really. And well, you can do a little bit of small billets. I've lost Mert.
Hang on.
Where did everyone go? Oh, this live stuff's a bit scary.
Kev.
Yeah.
Kev. Oh. Kev, we're starting a new one because Corin dropped. Copy paste the new link and start over again.
Oh, where's the copy paste the new link?
Oh, fuck. They bailed. What's going on? All right. See you later, everyone. That makes me sad. I did that. Oops.